Let's jump to our next question. Any tips for recognizing and playing chords by ear?
Yep, everything we just said.
Everything we just said. Yeah, I guess the message is really you got to put in the time, and people don't want to put in the time, and that's where I think the main reason people don't progress the way they'd like to. And please understand, it's not about it. It can some things might be a little bit torturous, but I have some very simple warm up exercises I do with clients and I do with myself. They work. They are so annoyingly simple, but if you really concentrate in this simplicity, 3 minutes, you are done. But you have to really focus for 3 minutes and just tell yourself, okay, I'm not going to do this for the next 50 minutes. I'm going to do this concentrated for the next 5 to 10 minutes and move on. That pays off huge dividends over time.
Yeah. Um, with the chords, I mentioned this briefly, and trust me, I wish this would have been a 5 hour session, right? But that's what study is. It's there's more. So when it comes to chords, was the question recognizing or singing or identifying? It's all the same, frankly. You know. So you want to learn your intervals first. I mean, obviously, not the only thing. You could go up, play your gigs, play your this. In addition to everything you're doing, learn your intervals. Learn what they are. So if I say major third, obviously it's a major third. Well, obviously it's a minor third. Well, like I said earlier, what is a dominant seventh chord? I don't hope they're coming out through the speaker. Okay, well, major third, minor third, minor third. There you are. It's a dominant seventh chord. So I don't always. I mean, this is just part of my worldview. It's part of what informs our worldview. It's part of your radar. A dolphin doesn't think, I'm going to turn on my radar now. I'm going to go, I'm hungry. They think, I'm hungry. There's the fish. It's second nature because it's part of their system. So, and I'm not saying I'm as good as any, as I want to be at any of this. Of course, I need to be way better at all of this, as do we all. But so if I know that a minor seventh chord, here's a trick. If you know what they are, and this takes part of learning. So I don't know who asked the question. I don't know what their background is or how much they've already. Maybe they have a degree in college. Maybe they've only played by ear. Neither of which is better than the other. Truly. But what you're asking sort of says that you should maybe take the steps of learning what the dialogue of some of these other things are. So if I can say to you, sing up a minor third, a major third, and a minor third and a whole step. Well, look, I'm in tune. I got to the octave, and I outlined a minor seventh chord because I know what components are. It's. I don't want to make it more analytical than it needs to be, but that we're looking at things. Music theory is all done in the rearview mirror. You don't write a song by theory. You don't have a melody come to you on the most beautiful day of your life by theory. You don't do anything by theory unless you want to be a math rocker, right? Or even an uninspired math rocker, I should say, because even that, like I'll write all the time your songs because they come to me. But theory is about communicating what's in your head to other people and about listening to what someone else did and explaining it to yourself or other people to make it quicker. That's all it is. It's a tool. Okay. So if I happen to have the tool of, look at that. I remembered it from about 90 seconds ago. Not that this is a major feat, but I was still in tune because my templates and radar are just a little bit set up. So understanding what makes each chord, understanding what the relationships within them are, and just sitting, hanging out and singing them, and playing them and identifying them.
Yeah, I think that's great. I love what you mentioned about theory being, in the rear view mirror. I think that's a really what I'd like to say about vocal technique as well. And vocal science, it's very important, fascinating, but it's really analyzing something that's already happened or is already happening, right? To understand why and how it's happening, to hopefully help you make that happen again easier. But
Yeah.
no, that's really what it is, and for you to become more consistent as a musician and as a singer.